There is a place in the night sky that appears completely empty when viewed from Earth. No bright stars, no colorful nebulae, and no obvious galaxies can be seen with the naked eye. It looks like nothing more than a patch of darkness. Years ago, astronomers decided to point the Hubble Space Telescope toward that seemingly empty region, expecting very little. Instead, they made one of the greatest discoveries in modern astronomy. After staring at that tiny patch of sky for days, Hubble revealed that the darkness wasn't empty at all. Hidden within it were thousands of distant galaxies, each containing billions of stars. Those incredible images became known as the Hubble Deep Field and later the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, forever changing our understanding of the universe. They proved that even the darkest regions of space are overflowing with galaxies, ancient light, and cosmic history waiting to be uncovered. Now, decades later, the James Webb Space Telescope has returned to the exact same region. But this time, the story became even more astonishing. Webb didn't simply capture a sharper image, it uncovered an entirely new layer of the universe. By observing the same tiny area for nearly 100 hours, Webb detected galaxies that Hubble had never seen before. Hidden deep within infrared light were faint, distant objects that had remained invisible for years, quietly waiting for a telescope powerful enough to reveal them. This wasn't just another beautiful photograph of deep space. It was a second chance to examine one of the most famous regions in astronomy with technology far beyond anything available when Hubble first looked. As Webb collected more and more light, the darkness slowly disappeared, replaced by countless new galaxies stretching across billions of years of cosmic history. When the Hubble Ultra Deep Field was first released, it became one of the most iconic scientific images ever created. Astronomers spent more than 11 consecutive days collecting tiny amounts of light from an incredibly small section of the sky. Later observations combined years of additional data to create an even deeper image, revealing nearly 10,000 distant objects packed into an area smaller than the apparent size of the full moon. The concept behind the project was surprisingly simple. Instead of searching for something bright or unusual, scientists chose an area that looked almost completely empty. Then they waited. Every second allowed the telescope to collect more faint light arriving from unimaginably distant galaxies. What appeared to be darkness slowly transformed into one of the richest views of the universe ever recorded. The result shocked scientists and the public alike. The empty patch contained spiral galaxies, elliptical galaxies, irregular systems, and tiny reddish smudges representing some of the oldest light ever observed. Looking through that tiny window into space was like opening a door into the distant past, revealing a universe far more crowded than anyone had imagined. What makes this discovery even more incredible is the size of the region itself. If you held a tiny grain of sand at arm's length against the sky, it would cover approximately the same area captured in the ultra-deep field. Yet within that tiny space existed thousands of entire galaxies. It served as a powerful reminder that the universe isn't sparsely populated. Wherever we look deeply enough, galaxies seem to fill every direction. Even so, Hubble had limitations. Although it was exceptionally powerful in visible and near-infrared light, some galaxies remained beyond its reach. The oldest and most distant systems emitted light that had been stretched by the expansion of the universe into longer infrared wavelengths. Others were hidden behind thick clouds of cosmic dust that blocked visible light almost completely. These galaxies remained concealed, leaving astronomers wondering how much of the universe was still invisible. That question remained unanswered until the James Webb Space Telescope began its observations. Unlike Hubble, Webb was specifically designed to observe infrared light with extraordinary sensitivity. This allows it to see through clouds of dust and detect extremely distant galaxies whose light has traveled for billions of years before reaching Earth. As the universe expands, light from ancient galaxies becomes stretched toward the infrared part of the spectrum, making Webb the perfect instrument to study the earliest chapters of cosmic history. To examine the famous deep field once again, Webb relied on two of its most advanced instruments. The near-infrared camera captured incredibly detailed observations of faint galaxies, while the mid-infrared instrument explored wavelengths completely inaccessible to Hubble. Together, they produced an image unlike anything astronomers had ever seen. The telescope spent nearly 100 hours focused on this tiny patch of sky, making it one of Webb's longest observations to date. Every additional hour allowed the observatory to gather more ancient photons that had crossed billions of light-years through space. Gradually, objects that once blended into darkness became visible. Tiny points of light grew brighter. Faint shapes developed into recognizable galaxies. Entire structures emerged where Hubble had recorded almost nothing.